Hey folks, Mobile Geezer here, and I just felt like I should do a revisited video on the Huawei Mate 9. Even after 7 months, I think this is still one of the best phones of the year. So of the phones that I've purchased this year, I think this is very near the top. Of course, like many, I think the HTC U11 is the best phone of the year. Closely followed, in my opinion, by the LG G6 and the Huawei Mate 9. These two are almost a tie for me. Then I've got the Moto G5 Plus, great budget phone, the ZTE Blade V8 Pro, very budget phone but still a terrific phone, and finally my latest phone, the Moto Z2 Play. Now this is an unlocked GSM phone, meaning it'll work on T-Mobile, AT&T, and all the MVNOs that use those networks, but it will not work on Verizon or Sprint. So let's go over some of the reasons I think this phone is so great. First of all, it's got an all aluminum build, really great quality. Has a Kirin 960 octa-core processor. It's one of the best processors out there right now. Now it does come running Huawei's EMUI 5.0, which is, I gather, a big step above previous EMUI versions. And out of the box, it's running Huawei skin, and it's not a bad skin. As you can see, it's a 1080p display, but it's a gorgeous display. Even though it's only a 1080p display, it's beautiful, it's bright outdoors, and you can see comes with its folders, and you can set it to turn an app drawer on or off, whichever way you prefer. I always change it to the Google Now launcher, which is my favorite launcher. So there's the Google Now launcher, and that's pretty much my setup for any of my phones. It's very quick, very snappy. We go into the settings, you'll see it's mostly stock Android. In the US, it comes with 4 gigabytes of RAM and 64 gig of onboard storage. I found that to be just fine for me. It has Gorilla Glass 3. It's got a 4,000 milliamp battery, so it'll keep you up and running for a long time. It's got USB Type-C with fast charging 2.0, not 3.0, so it won't charge the fastest, and it charges pretty good at about 2 hours from zero. But battery life is very good. I get about 6 hours of screen on time, and it lasts me easily all day. So up front, you've got a 5.9-inch LCD 1080p display, 373 ppi. It's really nice to look at, and outside in the sunlight, this thing is so bright, it's just fine. Never gives you any problem seeing anything. It feels good in the hand, but it is a little wide. Of course, I have big hands, so it's just fine for me. So looking around, on the right side, you've got your power button, your volume up and down buttons. Up top, 3.5 headphone jack and a microphone. On the left side, you've got a dual SIM tray, so you can either have 2 SIM cards or 1 SIM card and an SD card up to 256. On the bottom, we've got our USB Type-C in, 2 grills but only 1 speaker. But of course, in front, in the earpiece, you have the other speaker. Makes for a very nice sound. Not quite as good as the Axon 7, but it's a pretty good sound. It sounds more like two front-facing speakers. Also up front, you have an 8 megapixel camera with an f1.9 aperture that'll shoot video in 1080p. Around back, you've got your Leica branded dual 20 megapixel and 12 megapixel cameras. OIS in back, 2x zoom, Leica optics, phase detection, and laser autofocus. It'll shoot video at 1080p at 30 fps or 60 fps and 4K 2160p at 30 fps. The camera on this thing is really good. You can set it for standard, vivid, or smooth colors. You can turn the wide aperture on or off. Swipe left. There's all your settings for photo, monochrome, beauty, video, HDR, beauty video, panorama, night shot, light painting, not sure what that is, time lapse, slow motion. You can set a watermark. Now the fingerprint sensor on the Mate 9 is really fast, as Huawei fingerprint sensors usually are. That's really quick. And you can also set it so you can swipe down on the fingerprint and see your notifications. You can swipe down, swipe back up. When you're in photos, you can swipe left and right with the fingerprint sensor. Of course, all of that is found in the settings under fingerprint ID, and you can use the fingerprint to answer a call, stop an alarm. I've got it set to show the notification panel, browse photos. Pretty cool stuff that they've built in. So I'll show you a few pictures and videos and let you see some of the quality of that. And now let's get to hearing what the speakers sound like. So as you can tell, when I cover that bottom speaker, the top really does act like a tweeter, and you can hear just the highs. But all in all, a very good sounding phone. Also, I believe the Mate 9 was the first phone to have Alexa built in. And right now, the price of the Mate 9, I've seen it anywhere from $495 to $500. And it originally came out at $600, and I'd say it was worth every cent at that price. But to me, it's a steal at $500. So it comes in space gray and moonlight silver. There are other colors in other countries. I'm not sure if you can get other colors here, but I'll leave a link in the description. So if you want to check out a really nice high-end flagship phone for a good price, I'd say you can't go wrong with the Mate 9. As always, comments are welcome.